Or maybe when you try to talk, your brain becomes empty. You feel nervous, you feel lost. Maybe this is your problem too. I lived with this problem for years, but I found a simple solution. You don't need to learn everything, you only need 1,000 words. Just 1,000 words can help you speak, understand, and live in English. And in this video, I will show you step by step how to make those 1,000 words your power. Stay with me, because this secret can change your English forever. Chapter 1: The Big Dream of English. When you first look at English, it feels so big. It feels like a mountain standing in front of you. The words look strange. The sounds feel new. The grammar rules seem endless. You open a book and there are pages full of things you don't understand. And inside, a small voice says, "This is too much. I can never do it." I know that voice because I heard it many times too. It made me feel small. It made me feel like English was not for me. But let me tell you something today: that voice is wrong. You can learn English, you can speak English, and you can do it faster than you think. The truth is, you don't need to learn everything. You don't need to know every word in the dictionary. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need 10,000 words to start speaking. You only need a small part of English to open the big door. You only need 1,000 words. Yes, only 1,000. And with them you can talk, you can share, you can connect, you can live in English. Imagine that, just 1,000 words, and suddenly the world feels smaller, the mountain feels softer, the dream feels closer. Doesn't that give you hope? Doesn't that make you believe that English can be yours? Think for a moment, how many times have you stopped because you felt English was too big? Maybe you tried to speak but your brain became empty. Maybe you listened to someone and you understood nothing. Maybe you wrote one sentence and it was full of mistakes and you thought, "I am not good enough." But listen carefully. Every person who speaks English today once stood in your place. Every person started with no words. Every person felt lost, but they took the first step, and then the second, and then they walked further. And one day they reached 1,000 words, and with those words, they spoke. You can do the same. I still remember the first time I learned a new word. It was a small word, simple, but when I used it in a sentence, I felt powerful. It was like I had opened a window to a new world. And when I learned 10 words, I felt I could do more. I could say more. I could be more. Slowly, the dream that looked impossible started to feel possible. That is what will happen to you too. Step by step, word by word, sentence by sentence, until one day, you look back and see that you climbed the mountain you once feared. So don't tell yourself it is too late. Don't say it is too hard. English is not a wall to block you. It is a bridge to carry you. A bridge to new friends, new jobs, new dreams. All it asks from you is this: learn the right words and use them every day. Speak them, feel them, live with them. 1,000 words is not just a number, it is your new beginning. It is your path to freedom. Right now, I want you to imagine yourself speaking English with confidence. Imagine talking to someone and not feeling afraid. Imagine writing a message and not checking every word. Imagine listening to a song and smiling because you understand it. That dream is waiting for you, and it is not far. It is only 1,000 words away. You can start today. You can make this your story. Chapter 2: Why Only 1,000 Words Work. Many people think they need thousands and thousands of words to speak English. They open a dictionary, see endless pages, and feel scared. They think, how can I ever learn all of this? And then they stop before even starting. But let me tell you the truth. You do not need all the words. You do not need to know everything. You only need the words that people use every day. You only need the words that appear again and again in conversations, movies, books, and songs. And those words are not millions, They are not even thousands and thousands. They are only about 1,000. Think about this for a moment. In your own language, do you use every word from the dictionary? Of course not. You use the same words again and again. You say them to your family, you say them to your friends, you say them at work, in school, and in the market. You repeat them every day. That is why they stay in your mind. English is the same. Native speakers also use only a small number of words for most of their conversations. Research shows that the most common 1,000 words cover more than 80% of daily English. That means if you learn them, you can understand most of what you hear and read, and you can express yourself too. Doesn't that sound amazing? Suddenly English is not a huge sea. It is not a heavy mountain. It is something you can hold in your hands, just 1,000 words. With them you can order food, you can ask for directions, you can tell a story, you can talk about your life, you can share your dreams, you can connect with people. The big wall of English becomes a small door that you can open. When I first discovered this truth, I felt a wave of hope. For years, I thought English was too much for me. I thought I would never catch up. But then I learned about the power of high-frequency words. I started small. I learned a few, then I practiced them in sentences, then I listened for them in movies, then I used them in daily life, and slowly, I realized that my brain was understanding English more and more. I was speaking more and more. It was not because I learned everything, it was because I learned the right things. This is what I want you to feel too. I want you to know that the road is not impossible. The road is not endless. It is clear. It is simple. It is 1,000 words. Imagine learning 10 new words today, then 10 tomorrow. In 100 days, you will have 1,000 words. That is just over 3 months. 3 months, and your English will look different. 3 months, and you will be ready to talk with confidence. Isn't that powerful? Doesn't that make you excited to start now? The secret is focus. Focus on what really matters. Focus on the words that people use daily. Don't waste your energy on rare words you may never need. Learn, eat, drink, go, come, want, need, make, give. Learn time, day, man, woman, friend, family. These are not difficult, but they are the building blocks of English. From these you can build hundreds of sentences, and from those sentences you can build conversations, and from conversations you can build confidence. That is the real path to fluency. So when someone tells you that you need 10,000 words, smile and remember the truth. You don't. You only need 1,000. That is enough to change your life. That is enough to make you part of the English-speaking world. That is enough to make you feel free. Your journey does not need to be heavy, it needs to be smart, and smart means choosing the words that will help you the most. Chapter 3. My First 10 Words. I still remember the first day I decided to learn English seriously. I was nervous. I was lost. I thought, how can I do this? How can I ever speak like other people? But instead of looking at the whole mountain, I chose a small step. I told myself, today, I will only learn 10 words. Just 10. Not 100, not 1,000. Only 10. And you know what? Those 10 words changed everything. They became my first friends in English. They gave me confidence. They gave me hope. They made me believe I could really learn. Think about this. 10 words may look small, but they are not small when they are your first step. Imagine a baby learning to walk. The baby takes one small step, and the whole family claps and smiles. Why? Because one step is the beginning of the journey. It is proof that the baby will walk more. Your first 10 words are the same. They are your first steps. They are proof that you can move forward. They are proof that you can keep going. And once you take that step, you will never be the same again. My first 10 words were very simple. Words like I, you eat, drink, go, come, day, night, water, food. Simple, right? But with them I could already make small sentences. I could say, I eat food. I could say, you drink water. I could say, I go. I could say, you come. Suddenly I was not silent anymore. Suddenly English was not just something I watched in movies, it was something I could use. That small feeling gave me energy, it pushed me to learn more. And it all began with 10 simple words. Now imagine this for yourself. What if today you learn just 10 words? Not tomorrow, not next week. Today, right now. 10 words you can use in real life. You can write them on a paper, you can speak them aloud, you can make 3 or 4 small sentences with them, and suddenly English is no longer far away. It is here with you. It is alive in your mouth, in your brain, in your life. Doesn't that sound powerful? Doesn't that sound possible? Because it is. The truth is, learning English is not about speed, it is about direction. If you move in the right direction, even small steps will take you far. 10 words today, 10 words tomorrow. In 10 days, you have 100 words. In 100 days, you have 100 words. But it all starts with the first 10. That is your foundation. That is your proof. That is your confidence. Without the first 10, you will never reach the next 100. Without the first 10, you will never reach the next 100,000. So don't wait. Don't doubt. Take that first step now. I want you to feel what I felt. The joy of speaking your first sentence in English. The smile when you realize, yes, I can say something. The freedom when you see that English is not impossible. The power when you know that every word you add makes you stronger. That is the gift of the first 10 words. They are not just vocabulary, they are your key. They open the door to a new world. So if you are watching this video, I want you to do something with me. Write down 10 simple English words. Say them aloud, use them in small sentences. Do it today, do it now. Because this is not only about English, this is about your dream, your growth, your future. The first 10 words are waiting for you. Take them, use them, live them, and your English journey has already begun. Chapter 4. Build sentences, not lists. When I first started learning English, I made a mistake that many learners make. I took a notebook and wrote long lists of words, page after page, word after word. I thought if I remembered every word, I would be able to speak. But the truth was painful. I could remember many words, but when I tried to talk, nothing came out of my mouth. My brain was full, but my tongue was silent. And then I understood something important. Words alone are not enough. Lists alone are not enough. To really speak English, you must build sentences. Sentences are life. Sentences are the bridge between learning and speaking. Think about it. A word is like a brick. If you have many bricks but no plan, you cannot build a house. You can only carry bricks. But if you put the bricks together in the right way, you can build walls. You can build doors. You can build rooms. Soon, you have a real house. English is the same. A word is only a brick. But when you join words, when you create sentences, you build your house of English. And that house is strong. That house is where your confidence lives. That house is where fluency begins. I want you to feel this difference. Let's take one simple word, water. If you write water in a list, it means nothing. It is just a word on paper. But when you say, I drink water, now it is alive. When you say, she needs water, now it is useful. When you say, can I have some water, now it is powerful. One word becomes many sentences, and those sentences help you in real life. They help you in shops, in restaurants, in conversations. This is the magic of sentences. I remember the first time I made my own English sentence. It was small. It was not perfect, but it was mine. I said, I want food. And I smiled like a child who had just spoken for the first time. It was simple, but it gave me power. It made me feel like English was inside me, not outside me. That small sentence gave me more hope than 100 words in a list. That is why I tell you today, build sentences, not lists. When you practice, don't just repeat words. Always put them in sentences. If you learn the word go, don't just write go. Say, I go to school. Say, you go to work. Say, we go together. The more you practice, the more your brain learns patterns. And soon, you will not think about grammar rules. Your brain will already know them because you practiced real sentences. This is how children learn. They don't study lists, they listen to sentences. They copy sentences. They speak sentences. And that is why they learn fast. You can do the same. Take the words you already know and build small sentences with them every day. Speak them to yourself, write them down, record your voice, use them in your daily life. Soon, you will not only know words, you will live with sentences, and sentences will give you the power to speak with anyone, anywhere. So stop filling your notebook with empty lists. Start filling your life with sentences. Words are the beginning, but sentences are the road. And when you walk on this road, step by step, you will reach fluency, you will reach confidence, and you will finally feel free in English. Chapter 5. Repeat until you feel it. There is a secret about learning English that many people do not talk about. The secret is repetition. If you want words to live in your memory, you must repeat them. If you want sentences to flow from your mouth, you must repeat them. If you want English to feel natural, you must repeat it again and again until it becomes part of you. Repetition is not boring. Repetition is power. It is the muscle of language. The more you use it, the stronger you become. Think about how a child learns to speak. A child does not learn a word one time and then forget it. The child repeats it every day. The child hears it again and again. The child says it many times. That is why it stays. That is why it grows. This is what you must do with English too. Do not be afraid to repeat. Do not feel shy to say the same sentence 10 times or even 100 times. Every time you repeat, the word becomes deeper in your mind. Every time you repeat, the sentence becomes easier on your tongue. I remember the first sentence I repeated many times. It was, I can do it. At first, it felt strange. My voice was weak. I doubted myself. But I said it again, and again, and again, until one day, I felt it. I felt the words were true. I felt strong. And from that moment, English was not only in my brain, it was in my heart. That is the magic of repetition. It is not just practice, it is transformation. When you repeat, you are teaching your brain to relax. At first, your brain works hard to remember the words, but after many times it becomes automatic. It flows without effort. You don't need to translate. You don't need to think too much. The words come naturally. That is when you start to feel fluent. That is when you begin to believe in yourself. Some people say, I don't like repeating. It is boring. But let me tell you, boring is better than silent. Repeating is better than forgetting. Repeating is better than feeling weak. When you repeat, you are planting seeds, and seeds take time. They need water every day. They need sunlight every day. If you stop, they die. But if you keep going, they grow into strong trees. Your English is the same. Every repetition is water. Every repetition is light. One day, your words will grow into a forest of fluency. So I want you to try this. Take one sentence, a simple one. Maybe I am learning English. Say it 5 times, then 10 times, then 20 times. Don't just say it with your mouth. Feel it in your body. Feel it in your heart. Smile when you say it. Believe it, because every time you repeat, you are not only learning words, you are changing yourself. You are becoming someone who speaks with courage. Never forget this. 1 time is not enough. 5 times is not enough. But many times will change you. Repetition makes English natural. Repetition makes English part of your life. Repeat until you feel it. Repeat until you live it. Repeat until you cannot forget it. And one day, you will open your mouth, and English will be there, waiting for you. Chapter 6. Daily life is your teacher. When most people think about learning English, they imagine books, schools, and exams. They think they must sit for hours with grammar rules. They believe they need special classes or expensive teachers. But the truth is different. The truth is powerful. Your best teacher is not a book. Your best teacher is not a classroom. Your best teacher is your daily life. Every moment of your day is full of English, if you choose to see it. Think about it. When you wake up, you see your bed, your pillow, your blanket. Each of these has an English word. You can say, "This is my bed. This is my pillow. This is my blanket." When you go to the kitchen, you see water, tea, bread, sugar, milk. Each of these is an English lesson waiting for you. You can say, "I drink tea. I eat bread. I like milk." Suddenly, your normal life becomes your classroom. Suddenly, English is not far away. It is in your room. It is in your kitchen. It is in your street. I remember when I started this practice. At first, I felt silly. I spoke to objects. I said, "This is a chair. This is my bag. This is a spoon." But day by day, it changed me. These small sentences gave me confidence. I realized I did not need a teacher sitting in front of me. I did not need a textbook to move forward. I had everything around me. My home became my school. My life became my practice. This is the power of using daily life. You don't need to wait. You don't need to travel. You don't need to pay money. Every second is a chance to grow. When you walk outside, look at the trees. Say, "This is a tree." When you buy something, say, "I need apples. I want juice. I pay money." These are not only words. They are your life. And when you connect English with your life, you never forget. You remember because you live it. The problem with many learners is they keep English locked in books. They study words on paper, but they never use them in real life. That is why they forget. That is why they feel shy. But when you use English with daily objects, it becomes natural. It becomes alive. It becomes part of you. The more you connect with it, the stronger you become. Imagine this. Every morning, you speak 3 sentences with what you see. The sun is bright. The day is new. I am ready. Every evening, you speak 3 more. I am tired. I need rest. Tomorrow, I will learn more. That is 6 sentences every day. In 1 month, that is almost 200 sentences. Do you see the power? Without stress, without pressure, just by using your life. I want you to understand this. English is not only in books. It is in your hands. It is in your eyes. It is in your mouth. It is in your heart. Every moment you live is a chance to learn. Every object you touch is a word. Every action you do is a sentence. You do not need to search far. Your life is enough. Your life is your best teacher. So from today, look around you. Don't see things as only things. See them as lessons. Speak their names. Make sentences with them. Practice again and again. Your daily life is full of English. And if you open your eyes, you will see it. If you open your mouth, you will speak it. And one day, without even noticing, you will realize that English has become your life too. Chapter 7. Mistakes make you fluent. One of the biggest fears English learners have is making mistakes. Maybe you also feel this fear. You want to speak, but you stop yourself. You think, what if I say it wrong? What if people laugh? What if I sound stupid? This fear kills your confidence. It stops you from speaking. It keeps you silent. But listen to me carefully. Mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are your teacher. Mistakes are not the end. Mistakes are the beginning. The truth is simple. Mistakes make you fluent. Think about how you learned to walk as a child. You fell many times. You stood up. You tried again. Did people laugh at you? No. They clapped. They smiled. They cheered. They knew falling was part of learning. Walking without falling is impossible. In the same way, speaking English without mistakes is impossible. Every mistake you make is a step forward. Every wrong sentence you speak is practice. Every small error is proof that you are moving. If you never make mistakes, it means you are not trying. And if you are not trying, you can never learn. I remember the first time I spoke English with someone. My words were broken. My grammar was wrong. My pronunciation was strange. But the person understood me. They answered me. And I felt a big wave of happiness. It was not perfect, but it was communication. And communication is the real goal. That day I learned something important. I did not need to be perfect. I only needed to be brave. My mistakes were not failures. They were lessons. And every lesson made me stronger. I want you to feel this too. Don't hide your mistakes. Don't run away from them. Welcome them. Learn from them. If you say something wrong, repeat it the right way next time. If you forget a word, try again tomorrow. If someone corrects you, smile and say thank you. That correction is a gift. That correction is growth. Never let mistakes make you feel small. Let them make you feel proud, because they show you are learning. Some learners wait for the perfect moment. They say, I will speak when my English is better. But that moment never comes, because perfection never comes first. Perfection comes later. Fluency grows from mistakes. Confidence grows from trying. If you wait to be perfect, you will stay silent forever. But if you accept mistakes, you will start speaking now. And every day, you will become better. I want you to imagine this. You are speaking English with someone. You make a mistake. The world does not end. Nobody hates you. Most people respect your effort. Most people admire your courage. And even if they correct you, you are already winning. Because you are practicing. Because you are learning. Because you are brave. That is what matters. So today, I give you this challenge. Speak even if you make mistakes. Write even if your grammar is not perfect. Read even if you don't understand every word. Listen even if you miss some parts. Just keep going. Keep moving. Keep learning. Mistakes are the sign that you are alive in English. They are not a problem. They are your progress. Remember this: silence never makes you fluent. Only speaking does. And speaking always comes with mistakes. So don't fear them. Love them. Thank them. Because every mistake you make is carrying you closer to your dream. And one day, you will look back and smile. You will say, "My mistakes were my teachers. They made me fluent." Chapter 8: 100 Sentences That Change You. There is something powerful about sentences. Words are important, yes, but sentences are where the real magic happens. Sentences are what you use to speak, to listen, to live in English. You don't walk around saying only one word. You don't meet someone and just say food or water. You speak in sentences. You say, "I want food." You say, "Can I have water?" You say, "I like this." That is why sentences are the key. And if you learn 100 simple sentences, your whole English world will change. Think about it carefully. Just 100 sentences. Not thousands, not endless grammar rules, not pages of boring notes, only 100 sentences. And with them, you can live in English. You can introduce yourself. You can talk about your day. You can ask questions. You can answer people. You can share your feelings. You can do almost everything that matters in daily life. Doesn't that sound possible? Doesn't that sound exciting? Because it is. When I started learning English, I made a big discovery. I found out that many sentences repeat again and again. People use them everywhere. In schools, in markets, in movies, in songs. Sentences like, "How are you?" or "I am fine." Sentences like, "Where are you going?" or "What do you want?" Simple, but so powerful. I realized that if I mastered these, I could join almost any conversation. I did not need to know everything. I only needed these common sentences. I remember the first time I used one of these sentences in real life. Someone asked me, "How are you?" And I answered, "I am fine, thank you." It was simple, but it felt amazing. I was part of the conversation. I was no longer outside. That one sentence gave me courage. Then I learned more sentences. I practiced them every day. Slowly my English started to grow. It was not grammar books that changed me. It was simple sentences that I could use again and again. This is what I want you to see. If you take 100 sentences and repeat them daily, you will become a different person in English. These sentences will become your tools. They will become your weapons. They will become your friends. You will carry them in your mind. You will use them in your mouth. And every time you use them, you will feel stronger. Don't think of 100 as too big. Think of it as small groups. 10 sentences today. 10 more tomorrow. In 10 days, you have 100. In 1 month, those 100 sentences will be in your brain forever. You will not need to think. They will come naturally. They will flow like your own language. And that is when English will start to feel real for you. I want you to imagine this moment. You are in another country. Someone speaks to you in English. You don't freeze. You don't panic. You open your mouth, and one of your 100 sentences comes out. They understand you, you understand them, and suddenly you feel free. That freedom is waiting for you, and it begins with 100 sentences. So make this your goal. Not to learn everything at once, not to be perfect today, but to collect 100 powerful sentences that you can use in your daily life. Practice them, repeat them, live with them. These 100 sentences will change you. They will open the door to English. They will give you the confidence you are searching for. Remember this: words are like seeds, but sentences are like fruit. With 100 sentences, you will have more than knowledge. You will have life. And that life in English will make you strong, confident, and ready to face the world. Chapter 9. Practice alone. Speak anywhere. One of the biggest lies many learners believe is this: I cannot practice English because I have nobody to talk to. Maybe you feel the same. Maybe you think, I need a partner. I need a teacher. I need someone else before I can speak. But this is not true. The truth is powerful. You can practice alone. You can practice anywhere. And if you do it every day, you will become stronger and more confident than you ever imagined. When I started learning, I did not have friends who spoke English. I did not have teachers all the time. I felt alone. But then I discovered something simple. I could talk to myself. I could talk to my mirror. I could talk to objects in my room. I could speak when I was walking, cooking, or cleaning. And slowly, I realized that practicing alone was not weakness, it was power. Because when you practice alone, you are free. Nobody judges you, nobody stops you, nobody laughs at you. It is only you and your English voice. I remember the first time I stood in front of my mirror. I looked into my own eyes and said, "Hello, how are you?" At first, it felt strange. I almost laughed at myself. But then I answered back, "I am fine, thank you." That simple practice gave me a strange feeling. It felt like I was speaking with someone. It felt real, and the more I did it, the more natural it became. My mouth started to move easily. My tongue started to remember words. My brain started to believe, yes, I can speak. Practicing alone is not about being silly. It is about being brave. It is about using every moment as a chance to grow. When you are alone in your room, speak. When you walk outside, describe what you see. Say, "This is a car. That is a tree. The sky is blue." When you cook, say, "I cut the tomato. I wash the rice. I eat the food." These are simple sentences, but they are powerful. They turn your life into practice. They make English part of you. Some people wait for the perfect partner. They wait for a teacher. They wait for a class. But waiting is wasting. You don't need to wait. You can start now. Right now, you can open your mouth and say, I am learning English. Right now, you can look around and make 3 sentences about your room. Right now, you can ask yourself a question and answer it. And the more you do this, the more confident you will be when you finally speak with other people. I want you to imagine this. One day, you meet someone who speaks English. You don't feel afraid. You don't feel empty because you have already practiced alone. You have already said these sentences many times. Your brain remembers them. Your mouth remembers them. You open your mouth and the words flow. The person understands you and you feel proud. That is the gift of practicing alone. So don't tell yourself you cannot speak. Don't tell yourself you must wait. You already have the best partner in the world. That partner is you. Talk to yourself, talk to your mirror, talk to your daily life. Practice alone today, and you will speak anywhere tomorrow. Every word you say in private will give you power in public. Every sentence you repeat alone will make you strong in front of others. And one day, you will realize that the person who helped you the most was not outside, it was always inside you. Chapter 10: Listening makes you strong. Many learners think speaking is the most important part of English. They say, if I speak, I will be fluent. Yes, speaking is important. But before you can speak well, you must listen well. Listening is the secret that many people forget. Listening makes you strong. Listening builds your brain. Listening fills your heart with English sounds. And when you listen enough, speaking becomes natural. Think about how children learn their first language. They do not start by speaking. They start by listening. For months and months, they only hear voices. They hear their mother. They hear their father. They hear people around them. And slowly, the sounds become familiar. They do not understand everything, but their brain is working. Their brain is collecting words, music, rhythm. And one day, they open their mouth and speak. The same is true for you. If you want to speak English, first, you must listen. I remember the first time I listened to English with focus. I did not understand much. The words were too fast. The sentences felt heavy, but I kept going. I listened again. I repeated the same audio many times. At first, I caught one word, then two, then a full sentence, and slowly, my ears became stronger. My brain started to connect sounds with meaning, and my mouth started to copy those sounds. Listening gave me power to speak. Listening is not only about hearing words, it is about training your ears. Every time you listen, your brain is learning the music of English, the rhythm, the accent, the way words join together. This is why listening is so important. When you listen, you are not only learning words, you are learning how English lives. You are learning how English moves. And that knowledge will give you confidence when you speak. Some people say, but I don't understand. That is okay. You don't need to understand everything. Just keep listening. Even if you catch only one word, your brain is working. Even if you understand only one sentence, you are improving. Understanding grows like a seed. Water it with listening every day, and one day it will grow into a strong tree. You will look back and realize that the English that once felt like noise is now clear to you. You can listen anywhere. Listen to music. Listen to podcasts. Listen to stories. Listen to short videos. choose topics you love. If you love football, listen to football news in English. If you love cooking, listen to cooking shows in English. When you listen with interest, you never get bored. Your heart enjoys it, and your brain remembers it. This is the magic of listening. I want you to imagine this moment. You are sitting with a group of people who speak English. At first, you are quiet. You listen. You focus. You catch some words. Then you catch full sentences. And finally, you understand the idea. You feel happy. You feel strong. And because you listened, you now have the courage to speak. This can be your reality if you practice every day. So don't ignore listening. Don't think it is less important. Listening is your foundation. It is your superpower. Every minute you listen is building your future English. Every word you hear is a step toward fluency. Make listening a daily habit. Even 10 minutes every day can change you. Listen when you wake up. Listen before you sleep. Listen while you walk. Let English enter your life through your ears. And remember this: the more you listen, the more you will understand. The more you listen, the more you will speak. Listening makes you strong. Listening makes you ready. Listening is the secret key that will unlock your fluency. Chapter 11, From 100 to 1000. When you first begin learning English, even 10 words feel big. Then you reach 50 words and it feels like progress. Then you reach 100 and suddenly you feel alive. You can make real sentences. You can talk about your day. You can ask and answer simple questions. Reaching 100 words is a big victory. But your journey does not stop there. The real change happens when you move from 100 to 1000. That is the road to freedom. That is the road to fluency. I remember the day I realized I had learned my first 100 words. It was exciting. I could say things like, I am happy, or I am hungry. I could talk about the time, about food, about family. But then I wanted more. I wanted to say deeper things. I wanted to share my thoughts. I wanted to understand others better. And I knew that 100 was only the beginning. My next goal was 1000. At first, that number looked so big. But then I understood something important. 1000 is not a mountain. It is only 10 steps of 100. And I had already climbed the first step. This is how you must see it too. Don't look at 1000 as one huge number. Break it into pieces. Each 100 words is a new level. Each 100 words is a new power. The first 100 give you survival English. The next 100 help you talk about your feelings. The next 100 give you stories to tell. Slowly, step by step, you climb higher. And before you know it, you are at the top. You have 1000 words in your hand, and English is no longer a dream. It is your life. The most powerful thing about this journey is how your confidence grows with every step. With 100 words, you can start. With 300 words, you can hold longer conversations. With 500 words, you can express many ideas. And when you reach 1000, you feel unstoppable. You can travel. You can study. You can make friends. You can work. You can connect with the world. All of this becomes possible when you take one small step after another. I want you to imagine this clearly. Today, you know maybe 50 or 100 words. Tomorrow, you add 10 more. Next week, you add 20 more. In 1 month, you have 200. In 2 months, 400. In 3 months, 600. In 6 months, 1000. Time passes quickly. And if you give one small piece of time every day, the big goal will come closer. It is not about speed. It is about consistency. It is about believing in the small steps. Many learners fail because they try to eat the whole cake at once. They want everything now. They want fluency tomorrow. But language does not grow that way. It grows like a tree, slowly, with care, with patience. But one day, the tree is tall and full of fruit. Your 1,000 words are the same. They will grow slowly, but they will change your life forever. So do not be afraid of the number 1,000. It is not impossible. It is not too big. It is simply many small steps combined. Each word you learn is a stone on the path. Each word you repeat is another step forward. And if you keep walking, you will arrive. Remember this: the difference between 100 and 1,000 is not luck. It is not talent. It is daily action. It is your decision to move forward. From 100 to 1,000 is your journey of growth. And if you take it, English will no longer feel heavy. It will feel like a friend walking beside you. Chapter 12: Speak with confidence, not fear. The greatest barrier for many English learners is not vocabulary. It is not grammar. It is not even pronunciation. The biggest barrier is fear. Fear of speaking. Fear of being wrong. Fear of people laughing. Fear of not being good enough. This fear holds you back. It keeps your mouth closed even when your heart is full of words. But you must know this truth: confidence is more powerful than fear. And if you choose confidence, you will win. I still remember the first time I spoke English in public. My heart was beating fast. My hands were shaking. My voice was small. I was afraid of mistakes. I was afraid of judgment. But I spoke anyway. The words were not perfect. My grammar was not perfect. But something happened. The person understood me. We connected. And in that moment, I realized something important. I didn't need to be perfect. I only needed to be brave. Confidence is not about knowing everything. Confidence is about using what you already know. Even if you know 100 words, use them with strength. Say them clearly. Say them with belief. People respect courage more than perfection. When they see you trying, they listen. When they feel your energy, they understand. Your confidence opens doors that fear will always keep closed. Think of this: a small child speaks with confidence, even with mistakes. The child says words in a funny way, but the family smiles and answers. Why? Because the child is not afraid. The child speaks freely. That is why the child learns fast. You must learn like this too. You must allow yourself to speak, even when you are not ready, even when you are not perfect, because every time you speak, you grow. Every time you speak, your confidence grows. Fear will whisper in your ear. Fear will say, "Don't speak. Wait until you are better." But if you listen to fear, you will never start. The way to kill fear is to act. Open your mouth. Say the sentence. Share your thought. Ask the question. Speak with courage, and fear will disappear. Every mistake you make will become a lesson. Every sentence you say will become a victory. And victory after victory, you will become fluent. I want you to imagine yourself in the future. You are standing with people who speak English. You are not quiet. You are not nervous. You are smiling. You are speaking. You are sharing your ideas. People listen. People answer, and you feel strong. That future is not far. It is waiting for you. The bridge to reach it is confidence. Confidence does not mean you are never afraid. Confidence means you speak even when you are afraid. It means you believe in yourself more than you believe in your fear. And the more you practice, the stronger your belief will become. One day, you will realize that English is not your fear anymore. It is your power. So from today, promise yourself this: I will speak with confidence. I will not wait for perfection. I will not let fear control me. I will use the words I know. I will build the sentences I can. I will grow every day. Because confidence is my choice. Confidence is my key, and with it, I will open the world of English for myself. Now it is your time. Start with 10 words today. Tomorrow, add 10 more. Soon, you will have 1,000 words, and your English will never be the same. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about starting. So start today. And if you want more videos to guide you step by step, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below how many words you already know. I will see you soon in the next video.